In the hustle and bustle of life in the modern world, love seems to become a journey full of chaotic and volatile emotion. We are often caught up in the fierce waves of passion, deep sadness of separation, and the burning anger of jealousy. Love, although one of the most beautiful and precious experiences in life, is also the source of many personal sufferings and crises. But is there any way we can love without being swept away by those waves of emotions? How can we find true peace and happiness in love without sacrificing loss and pain? The answer may lie in the ancient principles of a philosophy of life that has existed for thousands of years, Stoicism. Developed by ancient Greek and Roman philosophers such as Zeno, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism teaches us how to face life's challenges with a calm and clear mind. Within the framework of love, Stoicism encourages us to master our emotions, understand the true value of love, and thereby achieve a more lasting and fulfilling relationship. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or living an emotionless life. On the contrary, it teaches us how to consciously identify and accept our emotions without letting them control our behavior or decisions. In love, this means not letting temporary emotions like jealousy, anger, or fear overshadow our judgment and sabotage our relationships. Instead, we learn to see things from an objective perspective so that we can make informed decisions that will benefit both parties in the long run. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the distinction between things we can control and things we cannot control. In love, we cannot control the other person's emotions, thoughts, or actions. But we can control our reactions to what happened. We can choose to react to differences, disagreements, or even conflicts calmly and rationally instead of letting negative emotions take over. Besides, Stoicism also encourages us to be clearly aware of our values and goals in love. Love is not simply an emotion or a fleeting experience. It is a long-term commitment that requires dedication, patience, and mutual understanding. Through the application of Stoic principles, we can build a relationship based on respect, sincerity, and loyalty, rather than being dominated by negative emotions and insecurity. A healthy and lasting love relationship is not only a place for us to find personal happiness, but also an environment for us to grow and develop. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness does not come from controlling others, possessing the things we desire, from understanding ourselves, mastering our emotions, and living a meaningful life. Meaning. In love, this means learning to love without bondage, respecting the freedom and independence of yourself and your partner, and always aiming for the common development, both people. Try to imagine a love that is not bound by expectations and social pressures, where both people feel free to be themselves, where every challenge and difficulty becomes an opportunity to learn and grow. It is the model of a Stoic love, a love based on deep understanding, tolerance, and sincere commitment. And in this chaotic and volatile world, perhaps that's what we're all looking for. Stoicism, with its profound and practical tenets, is not only a philosophy of life, but also a fresh and effective approach to building a lasting and happy love relationship. When we learn to master our emotions, understand our values, and live by the principles of Stoicism, we will not only find peace and happiness in love, but also discover a better version of ourselves. And that, perhaps, is the most precious gift love can bring. In today's video, let's explore with Stoic thinking how to master the art of love through the lens of Stoic philosophy, so that from there, you can live happily and freely, not only in love, but also in every aspect of life. 1. Predictability kills interest. However, this is not always the absolute truth. We are curious creatures, attracted to the unknown and the mysteries that challenge our understanding. When becoming predictable, we turn into a story that has been seen many times, line by line, scene by scene, without any surprises. Every quick people getting bored with predictability, especially in relationships where the thrill of the unknown makes things interesting and unpredictable, is like playing with manipulative principles that touch the basic keys of reward and uncertainty. It's like as a slot machine. The unpredictability of rewards causes people to pull these even. And in this case, you are the same machine that sometimes you win interest and affection, but then none predictably return. This contradiction arouses something deep in the brain that creates a kind of addiction. She starts to crave your attention because she can't predict when she'll get it, but being unpredictable, doesn't just mean that Maestria is about creating an emotional roller coaster, higher peaks when she doesn't see them coming, and valley getting deeper when you're away. Makes her try to get your attention as a form of psychological control, in a way that makes her want more because she can't understand her behavior. 2. Make others mentally dependent on you. This involves penetrating into her mind, becoming an indispensable person in her life, which is not only being present for her, but also becoming someone she is indispensable to. You will be understand. She most takes advantage of her deepest emotions and fears. 3. Disappear suddenly. This strategy is based on the element of surprise and the power of absence when you suddenly become less available or disappear from the spotlight, which will create a sense of mastery and urgency that people find attractive by disappearing. You become something she couldn't have been special if before you have steadfastly created a pattern. And then broken it is essential by remaining silent, no calling, no texting, no explanation. You will trigger a psychological reaction called loss aversion principle. This suggests that people are motivated more by fear of losing something than by development, hoping to achieve something of equal value. In your absences, she begins to feel a potential loss, which ironically increases your value in her life. However, this tactic must be perfectly timed. It is not about ghosting or causing anxiety, but about strategically creating a void and then reappearing. When Shirley starts to feel your absence when you come back, you will find that her interest and appreciation for you is increasing. This is not just a game, but a deep understanding of human nature and the psychological desire for people to appreciate what they have to lose over time, and that is exactly your role. 4. Don't show too much emotion when meeting her. This rule involves controlling the emotional atmosphere of your interactions in the game. Psychologically, revealing the overrepresentation of emotions can be interpreted as a weakness, just like losing your power, by showing that you're too involved or too interested. Instead, it is best for you should maintain a level of calm and mystery about your emotions. The strategy here is to control your emotions when meeting her, showing clear interest, but in a controlled and measured way. It's to achieve a balance of being happy to meet her, but not completely overwhelmed. With this approach, based on the psychological concept of playing hard to get when you don't show too much enthusiasm, will create a challenge for her that will make her wonder why you're not as excited as expected, which could make her feel more attracted to you. 5. Focus on avoiding jealousy of other men who may be around her. Although jealousy is a common emotion, it is often seen as a sign of weakness and insecurity that indicates jealousy that you feel threatened and lack confidence in your position. This is not the image you want to project. Instead, you want to show confidence and security. 2 very attractive features. Strategy here is to stay calm when there are other men around. She is talking to another guy. Show that you are calm and confident and yourself, and what you two have together. This indifferent attitude can be beneficial for you, because it follows the principle of psychological reactions. When people feel their freedom of choice is being limited, they tend to desire it more. By not showing jealousy, you are giving her the freedom to choose. Paradoxically, is often the case, make her choose you. You position yourself as the safe stand, most impartial choice. However, this does not mean becoming passive or breathing. It is about proving that your values and self-esteem don't depend on her actions. You are controlling your emotions and not holding them back. This will increase your psychological attractiveness. Not only a guy who reacts jealousy as expected, you stand out for your confidence and calmness in the face of potential competition. 6. Focus on prioritizing your goals and ambitions over ephemeral pleasures. It's about showing where your priorities lie, whether you believe it or not. This is a powerful psychological game where you focus on your goals and ambitions, and you're sending a clear message that you are purposefully motivated and not easily influenced by short-term gratification. This attitude is extremely attractive and positions you as a person of value and high quality. This is how it shows in action, to show her that your goal is to make it a top priority, not to leave her or the relationship alone, but to show that you don't depend on her for happiness or a sense of fulfillment. You are your own person with your own path. This creates motivation. When she sees you as someone who is striving for something bigger than someone who not only lives for the present, but also builds the future, that is a psychologically attractive trait. We are naturally attracted to people who show ambition and determination. In addition to this approach, promoting the concept of scarcity, when you are less willing, as you're pursuing your ambitions, your time will become more valuable, then she begins to consider her time and interest. You are valuable commodities that are not playing games, that are about being truly committed to your growth and success. That way, you are not just another choice in her life. You are the prize. You become the person she wants to associate with, whom she respects and admires. These strategies seem appealing? You click on the like button and share your opinion. In the comments, don't forget to subscribe for more information about the mind and human relationships. Use this knowledge wisely. And remember that it's not just about getting someone to think of you all the time. It's about building something meaningful to them. Have you ever felt confused? Whether a woman cares about you or is just being friendly, don't worry, you're not alone. Many men find it difficult to read words, especially when you keep your feelings private. But today this video will give you the key to understanding these subtle signs and decode the secret language of attraction. Stay with us, and you will finally be empowered to understand the truth behind these conflicting signals. 1. Bright smile when seeing you. A bright smile is an important sign of her interest. That observing her smile frequency can reveal a lot about her feelings. A regular smile can suggest that she likes you and can use this gesture to appear friendly and approachable. Paying attention to these subtle details will provide valuable information about her feelings. 2. Body language. For example, putting your fingers in your hair when talking to you is a classic sign of interest. This gesture, along with other hair strokes, can indicate that she likes you. Pay attention to see if she leans towards you or crosses her arms, because these are reflective behaviors. Alignment and interest. Also pay attention to the changes in her voice. As subtle changes can reveal her attractiveness, these physical and voice cues combine to be powerful indicators of her connection to you. 3. Reveal the neck. This may seem unusual, but it is a sign of significant attraction in body language. When a woman exposes her neck by tilting her head, wearing an open neck outfit, or raising her hair, that it's unconsciously signaling her attractiveness. This gesture is considered a way for women to show vulnerability, and his openness, a subtle invitation to the other to come closer. To observing these movements is very important, because they constitute a subtle but effective way for women to communicate their feelings. To pay attention to this gesture, because it is a subtle but important sign of interest. This is for you. 4. Glance quickly. Quick glance is a subtle sign of special interest. When a woman tries to keep secret glimpses at you, a sure way of connecting without being too obvious, which is a cautious approach. A delicate balance between showing interest and maintaining the mysterious feeling of eye contact can be difficult to interpret. But if you notice her gaze directed towards you and then quickly turned away, especially when she catches your gaze, it's a positive sign that she definitely cares about you, but is doing it subtly. These shy looks are her way of showing interest while trying to hide her true feelings. Be wary of subtle signs of affection hidden in body language. 5. Licking lips often. Experts say that if a woman licks her lips frequently, it may be a sign of latent attraction. This subtle gesture goes beyond the usual routine and may be an unconscious action she performs when interested in someone. Licking her lips in the right context may be a sign of attractiveness. So if you notice her worrying and licking her lips around you more, consider it a clue that reveals this small but meaningful action as her way of showing interest without publicly admitting it. Number 6. Worry. Anxiety is often easily detected when a woman is nervous around you. It can be a sign that she is trying to hide her emotions. Anxiety can manifest itself in many ways. Different ways, such as excessive sweat, stuttering, or restlessness. If you notice her hands shaking when talking to you, or her voice is shaking, this can be a sign of her secret feelings. Over time, as she feels more comfortable, these signs can become more obvious. Interesting is that some women react by becoming more defensive or critical as a way to protect their emotions. If she is unusually sarcastic or critical in national conversation, may be the way she hides her true feelings. These acts of demeanor are often outwardly masking her true interest for you. 7. Invitations through body language. Body language can be an important indicator of interest and often falls into two categories of attractiveness and player. When a woman shows attractive body language, she will show her interest in a subtle way. Look for gestures like leaning over during a conversation. Don't cross your arms or point your legs at you. These actions, such as spreading your arms or leaning pose, indicate that she is interested and absorbing what you are saying. Her attractive body language is a conscious expression that she likes you and is willing to approach you. On the other hand, defensive body languages, such as crossing arms or legs, pointing in the unusual direction, indicates a lack of interest or desire to maintain distance. 8. Remember the little details. Paying attention to small details can be a sign of interest. A woman remembers small details about you. It's a sign that she cares more than just randomly noticed. Women of 10 pay attention to these nuances, and they are attracted to someone who notices them. Whether she remembers something you mentioned a few weeks ago, or whether she fits your tastes, such as knowing about your favorite dish, music, or of humor. This level of detail goes beyond casual conversation and shows that she's making a real effort to understand you and connect on a deeper level. These small but meaningful memories are a subtle way to express her interest and desire to get to know you more authentically. 9. Choose to sit near you. Simple yet meaningful gesture is if a woman always chooses to sit near you, whether at school, work, or social events, although this does not automatically mean she is interested. But a frequent repetition of this behavior is a sign that sitting near you is how she is showing subtle interest without being too obvious, is a discreet but deliberate choice that reflects her desire to be close to you. This action allows her to participate more easily in conversations and become part of your immediate environment. 10. Indirect praise. When a woman compliments you indirectly, she's saying nice things about you without being too clear about her feelings. For example, if she compliments your hard work or comments positively about your fashion style, she is actually indirectly praising you. This type of praise may be difficult to detect at first, but it has a lot of meaning. She is focusing on what she likes about you that she cares about, but doesn't want to show it too clearly. Pay attention to these subtle compliments because they are her way of showing interest without saying it directly. 11. Seek your attention. When a woman is constantly trying to get your attention, whether at school, work, or a social event, a clear sign that she cares about you. She can do this in many different ways, such as being particularly funny, telling interesting stories, or participating in conversations about topics where she knows you like. Her efforts to stand out is how she subtly shows interest in talking about things you like, or lengthens the conversation, showing that she wants to be closer to you. And these actions are her way of expressing her feelings without having to say it clearly. Pay attention to these efforts and her deliberate efforts to connect with you. 12. Make more effort on appearance. Although many women take care of themselves as part of their daily routine, but if she puts in more effort to look her best when she's with you, consider it a clear sign. This may involve more makeup than choosing elegant outfits or experimenting with her hairstyle, just to getting your attention. For this extra effort shows that she cares about how you see her, and is a subtle way of showing her interest, showing that this effort is just for you. 13. Initiatives in communication. If you notice a woman proactively contacting you, whether via text, phone call, or inviting you to events, she may be interested in establishing a closer relationship than that. This initiative in communication shows that she wants to maintain a closer relationship with you, are willing to invest time and effort to build a meaningful relationship. 14. Nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication can be a powerful tool for showing interest. If a woman is constantly showing positive nonverbal signs, such as maintaining eye contact, leaning forward during conversation, or lightly touching her hair, may be a sign that she is attracted, because paying attention to these subtle gestures can reveal a lot about her feelings, even if she wants to keep it a secret. 15. Share personal information. When a woman shares personal information with you, such as her dream experiences or even her anxieties, it demonstrates this level of trust and openness of action, indicating that she feels comfortable around you and is willing to become vulnerable. This may be as a sign that she wants to establish a deeper connection with you. Pay attention to these intimate emotional moments because they can show interest that goes beyond normal friendships. Now you have signs that a woman can show when she likes you but keeps it a secret. In the complex world of relationships, we often fall into the trap of pursuing romance that turns finding love into a tiring and sometimes desperate job. But what would happen if it told you that there is a better way to approach relationships? What if you could find happiness and satisfaction without having to constantly pursue someone's feelings? This is when the timeless wisdom of Stoicism comes into play as a philosophy ancient, offering a fresh and profound approach to maintaining a balanced perspective and nurturing healthy relationships. Stoic philosophers give us the opportunity to reconsider our approach to love and following change or happiness, especially when constantly pursuing women. With a lot of pressure, men who feel compelled to pursue women due to evolutionary instinctive social pressure or social insecurity of 10 honor hunters who relentlessly pursue the object of their love. This honor can make men feel the need to constantly prove themselves through gestures, excessive chasing relentlessly, and even manipulation. The Stoic approach. However, Stoicism teaches us the importance of taking a pause and reflecting on the consequences of our actions. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, left valuable lessons about desire and pursuit in his meditation in the context of the pursuit of women, which can be interpreted as a reminder to accept the natural course of relationships, avoiding despair and relentless pursuit. The Stoic approach to achieving satisfaction differs from the constant pursuit of external goals, such as conquering women. Instead, it focuses on cultivating inner strength and resilience. Focus on what we can control. This philosophy calls us to stop practicing focus on trying to change others or your environment, but instead focus on transforming yourself from within. Marcus Aurelius, as the exponent of Stoicism, has provided valuable guidance on the path to inner transformation. He encourages us to stop wasting time discussing what we should be like in relationships and try to be instead the best of ourselves. Instead of pursuing women, we are encouraged to focus on self-improvement, cultivating virtue and integrity in our character, striving to develop the virtue within ourselves by practice wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline not only make us better people, but also more attractive to potential self-control partner. Autonomy is an important lesson of Stoicism, which emphasizes the importance of managing our desires and emotion, having control over the mind, and realizing that we can control our reactions and emotions will help maintain calm and emotional stability, the essential edge of any relationship. Respect for autonomy is another fundamental principle of Stoicism. In relationships, instead of ignoring the desires and autonomy of others in our pursuit, we are taught to respect their choices and realize that we are part of the great cosmic order. Then, practice patience. Stoic patience is a virtue that we must give when pursuing relationship. Avoiding impatience in pursuing women is important because the immediate search for satisfaction can lead to impulsive actions and lack of consideration. Training the patience that allows us to follow the cosmic order and act with reflection. Recalibrate rejection. Rejection is common and often painful. Many men see it as a blow to their self-esteem, leading to feelings of anger, sadness, and frustration. Yet Stoicism offers a different perspective on the rejection that Marcus Aurelius teaches us. Don't let rejection hurt us deeply. Instead of seeing it as an attack on our values, see it as an opportunity for personal growth and improvement. Of rejection that does not define our personal values. It is simply a natural part of life. 7. Build meaningful connections. Shift your focus from pursuing women to building deeper relationships, engaging in each interaction with authenticity and respect. Be sincere and show interest in the person you are connecting with. Build a solid foundation based on mutual respect and understanding that can lead to more satisfying and lasting relationships. 8. Abandon external validation. This is the basic lesson of Stoicism that learns the importance of seeking validation from yourself instead of seeking it from external sources, freeing yourself from the need for approval or continuous attention and cultivating self-reliance and inner strength. Therefore, confirmation from relationships or external sources is required. 9. Practice emotional control. Develop emotional control into your reactions. Stoicism attaches great importance to maintaining composure and reason even in difficult situations. Finding love, humanity. Germany embraces the Stoic idea of love based on wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline. This approach seeks to develop love based on respect for altruism and moral principle, rather than ephemeral pleasures. When we understand and apply Stoic philosophy to the art of love, we discover a new path to happiness and freedom. Instead of struggling through blind emotions and hopeless pursuits, we find peace in accepting and loving ourselves. Love, according to Stoic philosophy, is not a race for attention or acceptance from others, but a journey of self-awareness and personal development. Imagine a love where you don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to change who you really are. You love and are loved for who you are, with all your strengths and weaknesses. It is a lasting love, not shaken by the storms of life. Stoic philosophy teaches us that when we learn to control ourselves, accept the unchangeable, and focus on our core values, we will find true love and lasting happiness. Life is always full of challenges and upheavals. But when you apply the Stoic philosophy to love, you will realize that happiness does not depend on external factors. It lies in peace of mind and confidence in living true to your own values. Let Stoic philosophy guide you, helping you discover a complete love and a free life. Finally, remember, the art of love is not something far-fetched or elusive. It is present in every small action, in the way you treat yourself and those around you. When you master this art, you find not only love, but real happiness. Let's move on this path so that every day is full of joy and meaning.